Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Zeta, hello. How's it going, everybody? If you can't tell, I still have a little bit of a cold, and that is why we've been very quiet these last couple of weeks. But I'm feeling well enough that we should be able to stream today, and I'm very excited because it's been a very long time. But yeah, we're gonna have a pretty chill stream today. We're not gonna continue with the corset tree today, just primarily because so I'm just turning down the volume on the music a little bit. It's like, hello, too loud. Yeah, we're taking a little break from the corset tree today, um, just because it is our first stream back and we're still not 100%. So we're going to be doing some wig detangling. This week has seen things. We've got a lovely nest of tangles. Atomic, hello, come on in. Hey, how is it going? How is life? How goes the cosplay? Yeah, we're doing some detangling today as like a nice gentle reintroduction to streaming. So we'll see how this goes. I don't think this is going to be a super long stream, if only because, as will probably become evident, my voice is not 100% there. We're like 99% of the way there. But yeah, also thank you Zeta for doing the shout out for Atomic, who is a very lovely, very talented beam who is also entering TwitchCon. Break at the moment is trying to find, as trying to find recycled white material to make some of my outfit. Ah, very fair, very fair. I'm trying to picture the parts of because yours is very seraphimy, but for some reason I associate it with the color green. Am I misremembering? I'm trying to work out which bit of it is. It's got white material, but very exciting. I like the idea. Wait, is it sort of a specific thing to try and find recycled stuff? No, it's great. Okay, listen. The white is the dress. Wait, the white is the dress. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to. If either of you have a handy dandy link to the design, I remember it is opening, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But that is very exciting. Right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna spritz. I'm gonna ruin the floor around this area, because I have it's like laminate wood, and we're using mane and tail to help detangle this. And if you've never used mane and tail before, um, one thing to be very aware of is that it is very good at its job, but it also makes everything very very slippy on the floor. So I'm basically turning this area into like a little ice rink. I've used mane and tail for me. Yeah, yeah. So you know what we're on about. The old mane and tail are just the absolute chaos that can arise from it. Thank you, Atomic, also for the link. Let's have a super quick gander. Will the links work for me today? Oh, it's looking promising. Okay, we've got cookies. Cookies getting in the way. No, I would not like cookies. Okay, bye. So there we go. Good job. Right. Okay, for that. Okay. Yes. So it's like a dress under. Oh, so there's a full dress underneath, like armor. Huh. That's very cool. It's such a cool design. Yeah, I'd completely missed that there's like a whole dress underneath. Yeah, it's green armor. Use mane and tail. Yeah. Beaten to the punch, indeed. Sun! Hello, 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 hello. Welcome on in. How is it going? What has everybody been up to the past couple of weeks? What have I missed? What are the dramas? What is happening in life? Come on in, Sun. We are back. We still have a lingering cold, but we are getting there. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Atomic also. What kind of material are you thinking? So I made the Jess from Coffee Shop Bags a couple of years back, and I do remember you saying because you used to do like kind of like pageantry stuff, right? Made out of recycled things. I want to show something like that again. Unusual things you make clothing. Yeah, I think that would be very cool. That would be very very exciting. Yeah, 10 out of 10. 100% support this. Also, I think it's such a great ambassador for kind of I don't know, sharing the kind of unusual. Oh, there we go. There's some steam. Kind of using those unusual materials Like, I don't know. I think there is a bit of a perception in cosplay sometimes that you have to spend a lot of money on your materials and things like that. And don't get me wrong, like having nice materials is lovely. Um, but yeah, it's nice to kind of remind sometimes that actually you don't necessarily need super expensive materials. And yeah, making some recycled stuff even better, saving the planet. It's all good. It's excellent stuff. I feel like I don't think, is there anything in Gwendolyn that we could use that's like recycled? I guess if I could maybe, I feel like upcycling a wedding dress would be a potential way forward. But equally, if the material is perfectly good enough in the wedding dress, then it might be better served as still a wedding dress that somebody can continue to use, maybe? Unless it's like one of those super hideous ones that everyone's like, no, nobody should be wearing this. Also, I'm just going to move this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking at a wedding dress that's ruined. Yeah, I'm an eco ambassador for my island. I'm using my old green sheet stuff to make my shield. Nice. And I only use 3 sheets of foam at the moment. Nice. Yeah, I guess foam is one that's really hard. Unless is there, I don't. As far as I know, I don't know of anybody making foam out of recycled material. I feel like that would be quite cool if there was a way of like recycling foam, reconstituted foam. It'd be very cool. Yeah, maybe an old wedding dress of the kind that people are like, no, nobody. This is awful design. Nobody should be wearing this. Maybe that could be a way forward. Because I was thinking like bridal satin would work quite well for Gwendolyn, I think. But no way, nothing like having a bridal satin that's made from a wedding dress, right? That could work. Could work. Right, and then I'm going to de-section this a little bit into an even smaller section. My original detangling comb has gone on a wander, so we're using a really tiny comb today. This is also not the only wig that we need to detangle. I think I will probably stop with this wig. We're about halfway through already. I think we'll probably get to the end of this week, but Thranduil's wig also needs detangling. Because, yeah, we actually, so in our 2-week hiatus, the first week I had a cold, and I was mostly better by the Saturday. And I was like, okay, I don't want to, like, jinx it and do a stream last Saturday. So I was like, okay, I'll take a day off so that I'm, like, definitely 100% better for MCM Comic Con in Birmingham, and I was fine at Birmingham. It was beautiful. It was a really, really fun con. And then the Monday after, I was just like, oh no. Lurking for having no stream. That's very fair. Hello, Mim. I hope you're doing really well. Welcome on in. And I do appreciate the like. It's very, very appreciated. I hope you're doing good. But yeah, we did make it up to Brum Comic Con. It was really nice. It was really nice actually to see the contrast between that and like London Comic Con, because we'd never done Brum before. And yeah, it was really good. We only went for 1 day on the Sunday, and we did have a very lovely time. And I cosplayed as Thranduil, and I felt fabulous. And lots of people were very complimentary about Thranduil. And yeah, it was a grand old time. We had a lovely time watching the Masquerade as well, which was very, very cool. There's some very, very talented beans, feeling very inspired. Yeah, I butchered some old wigs to make mine so I could different yellows and oranges were more natural. Exactly, yeah. I think I would like to maybe do some work to this wig at some point to, like, say, like, add those different tones. Because yeah, when it's all just like completely the same one color, I mean, this is very obviously a wig anyway. But yeah, anything to add that kind of naturalness to it, and could potentially go quite a long way. Okay. Let's see if we can detangle some of these roots. The other thing about this wig in particular is that I did initially do a load of backcombing to it to introduce lots of volume, especially at the roots. So there may be only so far that we can really, really detangle this, but I think we'll do okay enough. that it will at least be presentable again. I use some organza. Ooh, how did it spend after I've detailed the wig to help keep it pretty. Ooh, okay. So I've heard of people using things like so you know, like the kind of nets that wigs come in. I've heard of people using that to basically stop wigs tangling. To basically, like, they kind of like put it around the wig, right? To make it to keep it kind of not tangled. So like in pictures, you wouldn't know it's there because the net is so fine. So that works quite well apparently. But I've yet to find some. I mean, to be fair, I've not really looked super detailed. But I've yet to find some that's in like the right kind of pale pastel colours that would be suitable for this wig and wigs like Thranduil. Yeah, they keep them bunched up a little. Yeah. So I'm wondering. So when you use organza for it, that's why I used organza. Yeah. So is it literally just kind of like coating the wig? I have also just had a thought of using something. Yeah, would be probably something like organza, like on the underside of the wig, so where it's like making contact with the shirt. It's maybe would make it tangle less as well, potentially. I don't know. Maybe I could experiment with that because that's one thing with Thranduil. It's like I wore it for one day and it's like it's okay, but it could do with another detangle already. Mainly for transports and storing, yeah. So, because I have seen people wear them as a part of their cosplay. The only thing I'd wonder about with a cosplay like Alucard is because it's really, and that's what I'm using this wig for context, is Alucard. Because it's curly, it's like how do I save each individual curl to stop it from getting super tangled? So I might have to do some research on that one. Easy fit, and I have a layered between back to help. Yeah, yeah. So I think maybe that's definitely something I could do with Thranduil, for sure. I could probably do it underneath this one as well for the underside. But it's the overside. Although to be fair, part of the reason that this wig ended up as tangled as it is because it did genuinely spend, I think, about like a good 6 months like on the floor in the old craft room. So if anybody was around from for our old streams prior to moving to this place, yeah, this wig was somewhere in the background on the floor because I don't even know how it ended up just being like moved from pillar to post, and it just it's been bad. So yeah, finally it's getting the TLC that it really deserves. And then maybe we'll do another stream to recurl it because I would like to wear this cosplay again. Like I've only worn it once for like an at-home photo shoot because this would have been lockdown like in 2020 that I was working on this. So yeah, I'd like to maybe wear it to a con or to a photo shoot or something. But I've been putting it off because the wig has just been in such a state. So yeah, hopefully it will be good for a future photo shoot. Because I know in the UK we're quite blessed that we have lots of interesting locations. I recently joined or was invited to a Discord, which is like very cosplay kind of centric. And there was a big discussion about castles in Wales. I'm lucky I'm married to a photographer a lot. Yes, we keep making jokes about sending Zeta on photography courses, so that Zeta can take pictures of cosplay. Because I've kind of done a little bit of reading here and there about like kind of basics of photography, but it usually ends up being sort of setting up the camera myself and then telling Zeta, okay, stand over here and take this picture, look it up here, and all of this. Very, very, very silly. Yeah, having a partner that can do your photography is it's gold. What are some fun places that you've done photos or would like to do photos if you've yet to have the opportunity to visit them? But yeah, there was a good living tripod. Yeah, Zeta is a very, very good living tripod. Been in a castle during winter and snow. Oh my gosh, okay, that's a high bar. That is a top tier. Out of interest, if you don't mind me asking, what castle was it? If you not rather not announced in actual real people's face, I very very much appreciate that. But I'm very intrigued because yeah, in the UK we are very blessed to have lots of castles, especially in Wales. We're not in Wales, but we're not a million miles away. Oh my gosh, Jelly! Hello, welcome on in. Hello, Jelly Raider swimming by. Zero, hello, how's it going? Bateman, hi. Carisburg Castle on the Isle of Wight. Ah, nice. George, hello, Zay. How's it going? Kint Angel. Oh my god, Kit Angel Arts. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Hello, welcome on in. Rain Bobbins, Bobbins event. We're not in Wales. Wales, they said Wales. We are not in Wales. We are not in Wales, but we are not a million miles away. George, okay, hello, hello. Bobbins everywhere. Thank you, Zeta, for doing the shout out. Oh, wait, yes, thank you. For some reason I saw Nightbot and I was like, oh, that's a link. I was like, hold on, no, that's not the shout out. But yes, but anyone that doesn't know Crafty Jellyfish, very, very talented cosplayer, has been working on lots of flowers and things. How goes Wigwork? Wigwork goes good. How was stream? I know I was lurking in there a little earlier. Yeah, how goes the Petal again? How many? I didn't see the count. Like my brain didn't absorb the count anyway. How many petals are we down now? Who's this Jelly? Yeah, no idea. Completely clueless. But hello everyone. Yes, we're doing some week detangling. 252. Oh my gosh, that is like properly shot up in the last week or so. Yeah, we're doing some week detangling because this one has seen things. We were chatting just a little bit earlier about it being on the floor for about a year, about half a year in the old craft room. It's been a time. Wait, close to Wales but not in Wales. You're not a Brummie, are you? We're not. I wouldn't. I'm not sure. Would I describe Birmingham as close to Wales? For some reason, I think of Birmingham as more central, but no, we're not. We're not in Brum. We're a little ways out from Bristol, which is about as specific as I'm going to get. So for the sake of argument, I consider myself Bristolian. Brumby Midlands, yeah, that's what I would interpret it as. But to be fair, I feel like compared to a lot of countries, I feel like the UK is small enough that everywhere feels pretty close, right? Compared to like the States, where going from like one side of Florida to the other side of Florida is like. Is Florida a good example? I'm trying to think of like, oh, Texas. Texas is a big state, right? We're so tiny, exactly. I'm sorry, gonna have to raid him run. That's very fair. May have forgotten certain appointment and have overrun. Oh, bless you. No worries. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope the appointment goes well. It's very, very appreciated. But yes, do all the things that you need to do post stream, and have a lovely rest of your day. It's literally on the border of Wales. Wait, is that, are you saying Brum is on the border of Wales? I'm like highly suspicious of my geography. And I guess it also maybe depends how zoomed in you are. Yeah, like so Bristol, from Bristol, it's like, again, depending on which side of Bristol you're in, it's not that far to get to Wales. It's basically one bridge. I do remember one occasion where we were trying to get into Wales, and a lorry had, like, there's basically a couple of bridges, like one or two bridges, that kind of go over, I think it's the River Avon? Or they're like the Avon Bristol close to the bridge, yeah. But I remember there was one time there was like I think it was a lorry, it was full of wine. A wine lorry got set on fire, and it just so happened that we were trying to visit friends in Wales on that day, and it took us like 2 hours. Oh, you might. Oh, you are quite correct. It has. Oh, come on. Oh no. Oh no, Mike, please. Oh, Hold on. Can you still? Oh, okay. So something is still picking me up. Um, but our USB hub, we have a lovely little robot. But it seems to have died. It's like nope, no more, no more mic for you. Okay, that's. Oh, okay. Maybe. Okay, it's thinking about it. That. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Technical difficulties. Hello, cosplay. Hello. Welcome on in. I'm sorry. We're currently suffering some mic difficulties. Because our. Look, well, that's very fair, George. I hope you're doing well. Good luck with the work. Hope you're doing well. I would say we have been on the struggle bus a little bit recently. Sorry, I'm just gonna like slightly shuffle things around. Hopefully, this won't completely derail OBS. Just so we can have a decent mic. Fortunately, we're not really using most of the other things that are connected to this at the moment, so I think we should be okay. You need the Whispering to the Machine Spirit. I think what we actually need is a new USB hub because it's been a little bit dodgy for a while, and now it's just decided no more. I'm done. Done. Bear with. There we go. A little. Right. There we go. Hopefully, that should be okay now. Well, thanks. But we'll be busy up until Christmas. Oof, yeah, that's very fair. Yeah, I feel like Christmas is like it's a super intense time. Like anybody, like in retail, and probably a lot of folks outside of retail. It's just a busy time. There's a lot going on. But yeah, very 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 fair. Jules, I do appreciate that you said you were about to go on a lurker work, but if you don't mind, what kind of area do you work in, if that makes sense? If also, if you would rather not specify, that is absolutely fine. But I'm kind of intrigued as to the nature of things that would keep you busy until Christmas. But yeah. So we've been we've been on and off with colds these past 2 weeks. So this is our first attempt at streaming since having a lot of colds, like 2 colds back to back, and not completely over the second one, but we're mostly better. I feel like it's going better than I thought it would actually. I was fully expecting to like really struggle. At the moment, we've just kind of got a little bit of huskiness, which is okay. I think we might need some more mane and tail. For some reason, my computer refuses to keep the screen going. Oh no, Ash! Also, hello, welcome on in. How is it going? Yeah. I had a brief flash of Sun doing something and now it's back to black. Oh no! I hope your screen sorts itself out soon. I have a headache, so I'm trying to eat it away. Food does sound like an excellent cure. It does work well. It's like even if it doesn't help the cold itself, it will help you feel better about where you're at. Also, how's PhD going? PhD is going okay. I did a little bit of work. Was it yesterday? Did I do stuff on Thursday? I'm trying to think. I think I did a little bit on Thursday, and I did a little bit yesterday. So yeah, I did a bit of file organizing yesterday because I realized I was finding it increasingly difficult to find the feedbacks from my supervisors. So I did some file organizing, so I could actually find the things that I needed, and that would speed up my workflow by nature of not having to look for those feedbacks every single time. I'm in hospital, working with food and such. Okay, yeah, I can see like winter season. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I thought also. So while we're still recovering from a cold, and in the winter season, it's cold and flu season, COVID adding to the mix. But what are some of folks' like favorite, I guess, old like family recipes, or like things to eat or try to feel better? Go to Sick Dave. Summer nearly. Oh wait, of course, yeah, summer nearly. Though it's not really warming up yet. Of course, yes. Australia. Yeah, you've got like sunny. I was gonna say sunny winter times. That doesn't make any kind of sense. Sunny seasonal times. So I guess so now I'm intrigued. Like, what is it about the nature of? I guess it's just still busy time. Lots of people trying to get stuff organised, decorating, things like that. I can imagine that would be ripe for injuries and such to end up in hospital. Fingers crossed that it warms up soon. Yes, we've got like a month or so, month and a half, thereabouts, until Christmas. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So one thing I've always been curious about, in terms of like remedies, is like where does the chickens? Is it like chicken soup? I feel like I've seen it a lot in like cartoons. But I'm like really curious as to like like where that one came from. We're lucky if it's 30 on Christmas. We had 40 a few years ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 40 is intense. That is too much warm. Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty a lot. Is when you say you're lucky if it's 30, is that like it's usually more than 30? So like 30 is a good year because it's not too warm. I'm like trying to like wrap my head around having such warm. Well, to be fair, the UK got pretty toasty this year over summer. Like some of my plants are only just recovering. Mid 30s, I'd say, is normal. Okay. So like 30 is like comfy, and then above that is a little bit a lot. A little bit a lot. Okay, let's introduce some steam. So for a bit of context, we're doing a bit of steaming of the wig. We're doing a bit of a detangle. The steam just kind of like resets the fiber. But I'm used to it. Yeah, that's very fair. You kind of get used to that extra warmth. Becomes slightly, well, less intense, but you at least know what to expect and how to deal with it. I did see some really great threads on Twitter during the heat wave in the UK from folks from like around the world saying that this is how we deal with it being super warm. I think there was one, I want to say it was maybe like Philippines, where they have like specific kind of like dresses that just like everybody wears when it's like that warm. Which is like, you know what? Yeah, I can see that. It's something light and loose to stay as cool as possible. We got some like surprisingly intense music. Ooh. Also, I think we might have to tighten up our wig stand just a little bit. Ooh. Can we tighten it up anymore? Let's try that. That might be slightly better. Oh, also our mic is. There we go. You can see a little bit more of what's going on. Yeah, saying also about Christmas, it's like, oh no, that's starting to loom. Gotta start making presents and things. I think I would like to do more like homemade gifts for the season. I'm trying to think like what a good reasonably, maybe not straightforward, but like things that I could reasonably make and make in a reasonable number as gifts. Like I feel like a go-to one would be maybe coasters with resin, but you'd have to get like heat-proof resin and things like that. So I'm thinking of anything like sewing related that I could reasonably make for folks. It would be like nice like gifty type things. I feel like we might be thinking a bit too soon, but if I'm making things, that does require time. On top of trying to do cosplay things as well. Right, okay. We're actually making a much swifter progress than I thought we would. So we might actually get to our second week today, which will be very exciting. Yeah. Also on the note of gifts and giving, I feel like, I don't know, is it too soon to start introducing Christmassy-esque seasonal topics to the mix? Maybe. But we're asking anyway, what's some of like the best and or worst gifts you've seen or received or heard of? I'm trying to think like gifts that I've like really treasured over the years. I feel like books. Books are always a good go-to. Because you can reread them, you can continue to enjoy them. A couple of our friends have a really nice tradition of buying each other books and then like reading them on Christmas Eve, which I think is a really lovely, really sweet tradition. So I think Zayta and I we've talked about maybe doing this ourselves. It's just like a cozy like couples thing to do. Which would be really nice. Oh, did we remember to turn on captions? That is a good question. Okay. A little bit more steam, and we'll get on those captions. That's cute. I'm such a slow reader though. Yeah. I guess also depending on the size of the book. I mean, I guess they're probably not expecting to finish the books. Yeah, that's very fair. I set myself the ambitious. Is ambitious the right word? I guess depends on who you talk to. Ambitious target of 5 books this year, which I am close to, but a lot of those books were pretty short. Although the one that I'm on at the moment is quite long. I'm still on. What are we currently working on? We are on The Priory of the Orange Tree, which is I'm really enjoying it. Captions, that's what we would like. Oh, apparently we already had it open. We just didn't start them. There we go. Hopefully we have some captions now. Right. I think that is working. Survey says maybe. Okay, it's thinking about it, but it's quite slow. I'm reading House of Dragons book. Ooh, I'm really intrigued. How is that? Because I've seen people making, like, obviously with House of Dragons, like the TV series coming out recently, I've seen lots of people referencing the book. I've heard, is it true? It's nice. Okay, it's pretty good. I've heard that apparently it's more like it's not so narrative. It's a little bit supposedly more like just reading a history book, being like, this person did this and then they married that person. Is that an accurate description? Yeah, it's like that. Fair. But hopefully still interesting. I would hope that they would kind of write it in such a way that it's like history but also still engaging. Oh my gosh, we have got a real, just on a side note, we've got a real nest happening right here. It's this bit is going to be a tricky bit, I think. Hopefully we might let's have a couple more spritz of this. I think from like a world building perspective, writing books like that is very fun. Like, because I've definitely back in my youth, I decided that I was going to be an author, and I made up loads and loads of worlds, like fantasy realms, and like various stories and things. But I would also like write the histories of it. If in doubt, spray more H&M lot. Yeah, exactly. It's very that. Bit more steam, bit more mane and tail. Oh, now I'm like H&M. Wait, is that the same? I'm assuming that's the same as mane and tail, right? I'm like, yeah, M&T, H&M. They're basically the same thing. But yes. Yeah, if in doubt, more of that, it will be fine. Right. Do we try and introduce some steam? I think the lower portions of this is are okay. It's the upper bits that I'm a little bit. Be careful with the ice rink down there now. Yeah, it is. It is definitely going to be an ice rink down here for a bit. Right, you're still steaming. Can I get you to stop steaming? Maybe. I'm quite enjoying how the lights are looking today. We've not got the big lights on, just on a completely unrelated note. Just catching sight of the preview. But yeah, it looks like the lights are showing up really well today. I think because we've not got the big lights on, but I'm very much enjoying the little disco lights that we've got going. Right. Yeah, I'm wondering because we're making a lot more rapid progress than I thought we would. Where are we at? 1 o'clock. Okay, that's not bad actually. I was honestly expecting it to take a lot longer. I say that now. It could be that these sections end up taking a lot longer at the very top. But it might be that maybe we do a cheeky bit of curling as well today. We just have all the heat tools going. We might be able to make time for it because my voice is actually feeling okay. It still to my mind sounds a little bit husky. I don't actually know how it sounds like on record. I guess I could record a bit of myself and listen to it back. Although we don't run into the risk of the classic hearing your own voice on record issue. Where somehow it's never quite how you would hope it is. Well, I think I'm getting better at hearing my own voice on recordings. Slowly but surely. I think I am slowly getting there. I think because it's probably just something that you just kind of have to get used to, right? But I do remember going through that whole phase and just being like, oh my gosh, my voice. What is this? I think when I hear myself in recordings, I think I sound when I hear it externally, I feel like I sound really posh. Which I don't think that I sound like when I hear myself speaking out loud, but in recordings it's like, oh yeah, no, that's quite, yeah, a little bit posh. I hate hearing it myself. Yeah, I feel like it's very common. I think I'd be almost more impressed by folks that do like hearing themselves. It's like how do you get to that point that you like hearing your voice in recordings? Like, cause I wonder what it must be like for like singers, right? Who like that's their whole thing. If you're kind of like a recording artist, and you literally have to listen back to your voice. They're like, oh yeah, it sounds amazing, or do you reckon they're like every other kind of artist where it's like, oh that's ooh, because artists, you know, whether this is like cosplaying or like drawing or anything. We're all very good at criticizing ourselves. Do we imagine that singers are also the same? It's like, no, I don't want to listen to it. I'll take your word for it that it's okay. I guess maybe again, like everyone else, depends on the person, right? Right. What I'm noticing is that a lot of the ends of the wig are looking a little. They need a little bit more TLC. If this was actual hair, it's like, okay, they those are some split ends that need to go. Oh, I've got a really lovely curl here that's like not actually that tangled. Like, do you be spared? But I know at the top it's going to be a bit more of an issue, so I think we will continue. Like, I guess with singing, it's like if you do a good take, you're like, yeah, that was a good take. Or also actors as well. They must be able to like get over that, right? Seeing themselves in their own film and being like, oh no, what's that voice? And voice actors must be especially okay with hearing themselves. Yeah, they must get used to it. I mean, I guess there's maybe a difference with maybe something like voice acting if you're doing like a very over the top, character voice. You can be like, that's not my voice, that's the character's voice, and therefore it's okay if it sounds a certain way, right? I did recently come across somebody. Somebody was doing an open call for like a roleplay game, um, like voice acting open call. So they're just like, yeah, stick your demo reel in the comments, and it was really cool to listen through to some of those. Like, there's so many talented people out there doing like all these incredible voices. It's like that must be, if you're just starting out and like trying to figure things out, that must be pretty intense to just like edit together loads of clips of your voice. Yeah, so many talented people. But was also really interesting is like, like if you're watching like cartoons or something, and there's like certain character archetypes, and it's like very similar kinds of like character voice kind of pop up again and again. I thought it was kind of interesting to hear that, and like the very slight variations in people. Like, I'm trying to think, like, like the, I don't know, I want to say like Ash Ketchum kind of kid in anime voice. Like old man gremlin voice was another great one that kind of recurred a bunch of times. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really kind of cool to hear people's unique spin on those kind of tropes, I guess. Yeah, voice acting things. I don't even know how I ended up on that rabbit hole. I love the range in voices. Yeah, I think there was like a few people that did like sexy villain voice as well. That was a good one. Lots of variation in that. Everyone loves a villain. It's like a villain with a good sexy voice as well. It's like, yeah, this is a whole vibe. Oh dear. Right. Okay, we've got some tangles. They are. I think the worst one will be like this whole mess, because I did so much backcombing in there to get it to like a stand up tool. I think the other thing I would really like to try for this bit is maybe crimping it to get to like to add that texture without backcombing it. Because once it's backcombed, it's like it's really hard to work with then. So we might try that. I'm trying to think of like other character voices in films that were like, this is good stuff. I think a lot of like, I mean, classic Disney films. There's some very solid performances in that. For some reason, on the note of like villains, I think Scar really stands out to me as one. Was it Jeremy Irons? I think did that in the original. There's just like so much personality in that. It's very cool. Steam for days. Steam for days and days. I think there was a little bit of me. Jerry Irons was great, yeah. I'm trying to think who did it in the more recent one. Although to be fair, in the live action, even though it's basically animated, just in this kind of hyper real animation. I think well, I mean, I've not seen it, so I can't really comment. But I think I do remember seeing some like analysis videos being like, "Here's what it used to sound like, and this is the new one," and it's like, oh, it's a little bit underwhelming. Unfortunately, it's like I think they could have done some really interesting things with it, but yeah, I think a lot of the remakes, the general consensus seems to be a bit underwhelming. Unless there's some that we've not heard of that are actually like surprisingly good. And then the live action Cinderella, that was alright. I remember that being good. But I think that was the first one, I think. Oh, I'm really sad to undo this curl, but it would be wrong. It'd be wrong to skip it. Hopefully, should be pretty straightforward. Put a little at the top and a little bit more steam. Ooh, can I have more steam? Oh, it's still got juice in it. I mean, the Cinderella dress, if nothing else, was a thing of beauty. Which was like, it was really cool. I mean, I've seen some really, really lovely cosplays of the live action Cinderella dress. I mean, of course, goes without saying, Diane in TwitchCon. Or Diane? I never quite know how to pronounce it. I should really double check on that with her. But yeah, that was really stunning. Seeing that in person was like, wow. I mean, seeing all of the folks at TwitchCon was like, wow. So inspiring. Never know. We might make it again this year, maybe. We'll do our best. But yeah, I'm thinking after hopefully we'll be well enough next week to kind of get properly into it. Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, like seeing it up and close as well to really appreciate, like, there was like loads of colours going on in the petticoats. Like, oh, she spent so long steaming that thing in the room as well. Like, so she for a while had her assistant like wearing the underlayers and standing on a stool so she could just steam it out. So there wasn't a wrinkle on that thing. Or at least not like, there was like ruffles and stuff, but those are intentional. But there wasn't like a wrinkle on that thing that wasn't supposed to be there. I was also now, having done a bit of exploration with like the corsetry and stuff, I really appreciate the work that went into the like top portion of her dress. Ash, alright, time for me to go lie down. No worries. I hope you have a good detangle. Thank you, and talk to you next time. It was lovely to catch up, Ash. Have a good lie down. Get them good rests. I'm sure we'll see you soon. Ooh, that was some steam dripping. It's quite warm. Not gonna lie. It's pretty toasty. So yeah, if we make it next time. I'm glad I was front row for that con to see all the details. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be a good one. Also, I didn't. So wait, you were at Amsterdam? Oh my gosh. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I knew. Did I? I feel like I kind of like gotten to know you since Amsterdam. But we know for next time. Well, hopefully next time we'll be competing together, which will be fantastic. Oh, also in my couple of weeks hiatus, do we know of anybody else that has recently announced that they are going to take part in the contest, so I can update my small list? Yeah, it was that Anne Scott. Oh, nice. And I followed you all after. Not seen it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. But yeah, Amsterdam was so much fun. It was good. It was so good. I'm trying to remember. To be fair, I didn't really look at the schedule for the Sunday because we're just gonna be in the competition. I sat in there for 2 hours so I could get front row. Oh my gosh, were there other panels going on prior to that? I would hope so, or at least other events. Like, I'll take the hit of go around. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the David. It's very appreciated. Hope you're having a lovely rest of your day. Yeah, other stuff going on. Watch Lego stuff. Ooh, is this like Lego making kind of contest or something? I'm very intrigued. Yeah, I don't remember what did we do on the Saturday. We watched a couple of panels which were really good. Um, one of which was about looking after your voice and streaming. I don't think anyone they said anything about go back to streaming while your voice is still sore, but but they did give some really handy tips actually, which they do use. Yeah, some partners streaming making their emotes in Lego. Oh, that's kind of fun. I enjoy that. Loads of challenges. Okay, nice. Lots of hot lemon tea. Hot lemon tea, Mama Atom recommends. Nice. Yes, I did do a homemade like fresh lemon and honey tea, which was it was so nice and refreshing. We are now out of lemons, unfortunately. Yeah, honey lemon tea was like it just tasted nice. So it was kind of like I should just make this regularly just because it tastes good. I live on that when I feel ill. Yeah. Oh, speaking of tea, actually, I have a mint tea. I don't think that's quite in the same remit as lemon tea, but it is quite nice, and it's definitely going hot cold in the background. It's a great detox. Yeah. And it's just like nice and refreshing as well, right? It just like honey and lemon like as a flavoring as a flavor combo. Is it like honey and like honey lemon like chicken or something? Or is that maybe I'm just confusing that with lemon chicken? I mean, as a vegetarian, it's been a long time. I do remember that being good. It's yummy chicken, yeah. It's like always comes back to food in the end. It's the way it needs to be. Always comes back to food. Ooh, this is a very tangled bit. Ooh, okay, I could fully see some knots in this one. This is going to be a spicy one. To be fair, I don't eat meat much. Yeah, I've definitely heard of a lot of folks like cutting down on meat. I think for like health benefits, and I don't know to what extent. Again, because I've not bought meat in like ever. I realized, yeah, the only time I really ate meat was like before I was kind of cooking for myself. I imagine meat to be quite expensive. Although I think for a long time it was cheaper than like vegetarian products, but I think that's flipped now. Folks that eat both veggie options and otherwise. Like I think for the longest time, like chicken was like uber cheap compared to like corn or other vegetarian options. Yeah, let's see if Steam can save this strand. One is but yeah. Peacock. Okay. So I need a low calorie trait to. So easier being more veggie than me. Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah, one of my family members recently, on the note of like kind of calories and stuff like that, has recently kind of gotten into the very gym focused, and has kind of switched over. Interestingly, because I'd always heard that like high protein stuff was really good. Oh, hello, that's still steaming. Oh. Is that better? No, that's still. Okay, the steamer is steaming away. But yeah, I'd always heard that like super high protein was like the way to go for gym stuff. But I don't know if he's just like cutting down on calories or quite what. Or is like basically getting protein from like protein shakes. High protein's good if you know what you're doing. Yeah, I guess that's also probably an element of what works best for your body, right? Yeah, I've definitely come across like bodybuilding folks that are like all about the protein all the time. Yeah, definitely no one fits all. Yeah, there's somebody that I follow who I can't actually think of her username, but she's like a bodybuilder and does do cosplays occasionally as well. She has a really good is it oh, what's her name? The pink haired from Arcane and League of Legends. I think specifically the Arcane version. But she's like uber muscly and talks about like having loads of protein, but also very specifically says, I will not tell you my workout routine because my routine will not work for you because we are not the same person. Which I think is like really, I really respect that. Because I think there can often be this perception of like, oh yeah, do this many squats for this long and you will completely transform. And it's like, well, maybe. It's a maybe. But no guarantee. Oh yes, yeah. So like you do see a lot of folks that are like, this is the workout. This is how you get uber abs in 2 weeks. It's like, A, I don't think that's physically possible. And B, I think the best exercise that you can do is the one that you can keep doing. The best exercise you can do is the exercise that you can do. I say as somebody that doesn't do nearly enough exercise, but aspires to. Although to be fair, in the last couple of weeks I've like just not it's not been top of my priorities to do huge amounts of exercise while not able to breathe. I get up and out of bed, so yeah, basically, yeah, there we go. That counts, right? Yeah, it's basically because like you could say, oh, I could do 100 squats or 100 like burpees or whatever, and like for sure that will do things to your physique event like, but if you hate doing it, you won't keep doing it. So then it's kind of a moot point. It's like okay, you can do it for 2 weeks, but that's not sustainable. Short term gains. Not the way forward. Do what you can that you enjoy and that you keep coming back to. And also, I think it's also very valuable to say, okay, this thing used to work for me, but doesn't work anymore, and like find something new. So, like a little while back, I did do a taster session at a local volleyball place, and it was perfectly fine, but it was like I don't really get the same enjoyment out of it as I used to. Which maybe if I kept going, maybe I would rediscover that. But I was actually like, you know what? I actually just prefer doing the Les Mills stuff just in the living room kind of thing. At this point, like on my own schedule, when works for me, all of these kinds of things. I think I do miss the social aspect of going to a gym, but also the convenience of doing it as and when I can. Like that seems to be better, and yeah. So yeah, a small what's the word? A small detour into fitness wisdom. I don't know if it's wisdom, but fitness musings maybe more accurate. I think we might need some more water in this soon. But yeah, getting up out of bed definitely counts. It's like halfway there. I mean, if you get up and out of bed like 20 times in a row, that's quite a lot of exercise. It's like a lot, all the upper body, like getting yourself up. Maybe. How to say you don't know a lot about exercise without saying you don't know a lot about exercise. But yeah, getting out of bed, that definitely counts. I mean, I work as a carer, so I'm a body lifter. Oh, you know what, to be fair, yeah, like a lot of jobs, a lot more physical than people give credit for sometimes. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could definitely do a whole lot of calorie burning at the end of a long day. Just not in the normal term. Yeah, I guess if it's not, even if it's not conventional, it doesn't mean it doesn't count, right? Unconventional can still absolutely count. Right. Ooh. Right. Okay. We've got a big old tangle up here. I wonder if I might actually stand up for this one. Right. Yeah, venturing into whole new realms. I might move the mic just a little bit closer. There we go. Is that better? We will find out. Just because I will be a little bit further away. There we go. Yeah, this particular tangle it's a juicy one at the top. I think you'll be okay. We might need some more mane and tail though. Oh, yeah, nope, that's a proper tangle right there. Yeah, my dimension climb keeps me on my toes. Oh yeah, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, always doing stuff. Yeah, because like I've known family members that work in healthcare, and yeah, it's like a very physical job. I think to the point where one of them actually had like shoulder issues and stuff from like doing quite a lot of lifting. But yeah, for sure. Do not sleep on folks doing care work. Surprisingly strong. Extramarines. So we walk, box, and swim. Oh wow! Is that as a wait? So are you ex-marine or is that the patient? I guess either way, it's quite a lot. Yeah, that's like that is a full training regime right there. No doubt. Okay, we are almost. That is looking better. Ooh. So much steam. So much steam. Okay. Yeah, I think I did like a boxing taster class at a gym once, which is probably not at all the same as actual boxing, but that was quite intense. It was good fun. It was good fun. I did quite like that. I think like actual boxing, like having also known folks, it's good fun. Yeah. I feel like it would be like an excellent like stress relief kind of sport. Just punch a bunch of stuff. Gotta take a little amount of time, so we're looking for a half hour. Then so oh bless you. No worries at all. Go do the things you need to do for your little man. Yeah, lovely to chat. Very much appreciate the luck. But if you do need to head off. Absolutely fine. We are almost done though, team. Like we are racing through. Also, general questions for chat of what are we up to this weekend? Where are we at? What are exciting things? So we do have aspirations of doing a game of something called 10 Candles with some friends this evening. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I think that should be quite fun. I've heard that 10 Candles is quite not spooky, scary game, but maybe that's exactly what it's quite creepy. Kind of, you have like as the name suggests, 10 candles. But as the game goes on, you're supposed to play it like in the evening when it's dark, and as the game goes on, each of those 10 candles kind of goes out, and so it gets progressively darker. So I imagine it's a very atmospheric game. I'm very excited for this. Should be some good fun. So yeah, hopefully my voice will also hold on to that point. Great. Alright, maybe not quite penultimate strand. Son, I shall take over the talkies. Oh, bless you. How's it going, son? Also, have you been working on any more crafty bits recently? Because you've been doing your storyboarding, right, for comics, right? Am I confusing with someone else? I believe it is you that's been doing that. If not, how's life? How's stuff going? Had a meeting with the writer. Ooh, how did it go? And we got a solid outline going. Very exciting. Very, very, very excited for that. Do you think when it's all done, you'll be like publishing it somewhere with story beats, etc.? Nice. So you say that I have many questions on the process. But because you've got like the writers, so it's just online posting. Hey, that definitely counts. Well, we look forward to seeing it being published when it does. Don't plan on making money off of it. That's very fair. You just enjoy the creative process to enjoy the creative process. It doesn't. Not everything has to be money making. Great. We are almost at the end of this strand. Exactly. It's just to have something recurring to return to. Yeah. Do you know? Is this going to be like an ongoing story, or is it kind of like you know where it's going, like roughly how long it's going to be? I think this could benefit from a little detangler and a little steam. Ooh. Ooh. Also, many questions. A few issues, 20 to 30 pages, we think. Oh, okay, nice. Is that 20 to 30 pages each issue? So 3 to 4 issues. Ah, okay, nice. That seems like a good length. It's not so long that it's overwhelming, but long enough that you could get like some really nice like character progression and detail in there. About 100 pages. Nice. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I remember one of my other aspirations as a teen was to be a comic book artist. Specifically manga. I went through that full like manga phase as a teen, manga and anime phase, where I was just like, this is everything. I'm gonna do this. Maybe one day we'll return to doing art, but I feel like my creative outlet has very much become cosplay. Never had an attachment to manga. That's fair. To be fair, not everyone does, but I think it was like basically because like a bunch of us at school were like super into that kind of stuff. I think that probably was kind of my first kind of brief flirtation with cosplay. We're in that friendship group because there was a couple of folks in there who I should really like catch up on and see where they're at. Who are like very into much more into cosplay than I was at the time. Who were like doing competitions and things. So I imagine they must be out there somewhere. I'm gonna have to like look them up to be like, what are they doing these days? The ultimate joke will be I will have like actually run into them at cons and things, but because cosplay and you don't recognize each other when you're in cosplay, we'll be like, that was you. There's also a lovely bundle of like tangled hairs under the desk. Yeah. So I guess if it wasn't manga, what kind of manga or kind of comics? Sorry, do you kind of have some favorites? What are things that you would recommend? Because I imagine a lot of folks that get into comics or like making them would probably enjoy reading them as well, if that makes sense. I don't read comics. That's very fair. It's weird, maybe, that I want to make one. No, I don't think it's weird. I think it's like quite often you see that people that make stuff will also read it, but also that's very valid. But I never got into them. You know, that's very fair. That's fair. I respect that. Ooh. I can hear Zeta talking to somebody upstairs. I assume Zeta's just got a call. I don't think, because. Yeah, I'm trying to think, but I think so. When I went through like my big, so at first I wanted to be a writer, then I wanted to be a comic book maker, like writer and artist. And then somewhere I was just like, okay, cosplay. But I think, yeah, to be fair, I read like a few manga, but I didn't get like, yeah, I didn't really like, I definitely read like a reasonable number, but not a huge amount. I've certainly not really gotten around to reading a lot since. Oh my gosh, sorry. On a note, this is like a really small strand, but it's really tangled. This one has been places. But yeah, sometimes it do be that way. You just kind of enjoy the thing for itself, for the enjoyment of making it, rather than. And I guess it's kind of like people that like food critics that maybe like they don't make food, but they like food. If that makes sense. Does that? I think that makes sense. Think of like other equivalents. I think the other one is I think that's the other way. Oh wait, hold on. So if you make food but you don't critique other food, I guess that makes sense, right? Just enjoy making it. It's like a cook that doesn't eat. It's just like, I shall produce these beautiful things, these beautiful dishes, but I will not consume. It's equally, like, I guess in cosplay you could also be like, I make cosplay but I don't wear it, which is a very valid way to enjoy cosplay as well. But bring it back to realms that I actually know about, unlike cooking and the haute cuisine. Oh dear. Oh my gosh, this strand is, we are having a time. But yeah. Can you give us any secret details? Currently my obsession is WoW RP, as in World of Warcraft roleplay. Is that like a game? Ah, nice. Okay, fun. Yeah, like RP, I think it's like a really, I don't know if in like the wider world, I feel like it's such a good way of like exploring a character and story and stuff in like in the collaborative way. I enjoy that. Ooh. Right. Ooh. It's getting there. It's getting there. Hey, hello. Hey, so I've been looking while doing amendments to my habit pattern. Ah, nice. How is it going? Also, thank you so much for the lurk. It's very appreciated. I hope the habit is going well. Also creative thinking and such. It's just all around fun. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I really enjoy things like D&D and the House Moving Castle RPG that we started recently. Oh my gosh, it's like my favoriteest thing. It's so good because it's just storytelling. There's not really like problem solving in the same way that you get in other RPs, I don't think. Or it's a different kind of problem solving, but it's basically telling a story together, which I really love. I think I figured it out. Now I've been brushing up on French themes. French themes for a second, and I like, because of the way it is showing on my screen, so I've been brushing up on French. Like, oh, nice. French themes, yes. French themes, excellent choice. What steamer do you use? I really need to work on my wigs. This is a Steamworks. This is about the cheapest steamer that I think we found in like a local, I think it was like we got it from Argos. It works. I'm not sure I'd recommend it because it does have a little bit of a habit of dripping. So as a heads up, I don't know if that's partly because I'm holding it very close to the wig, and therefore that is why it is maybe dripping as it's like condensing. Although I think it does drip a little bit. So yeah, I'm not sure I'd recommend it. It does the job, but it does do a little bit of a drip, just as a heads up. But yeah, it's very cheap, very affordable. So any steamer would work. Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, I would not call myself a steamer expert, but yeah. Also, Echo, how's it going? How are you today? I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, it's been a quiet couple of weeks because I've been like I had one cold, was fine, and then got another cold. I think possibly while I was at NCM Brum, or the first cold maybe didn't fully get out of my system. I was like feeling fine, and then it was like, "Hello, I'm back." But yes, we're doing a lot better. We're still a little husky, but otherwise we're doing good. We've been doing some very chill detangling today. It's actually it's one of those jobs that isn't particularly, it doesn't require a lot of brain power, which kind of makes it perfect for streaming because I can just kind of chat. It just takes time. So yeah, I know my heats are all heat resistant. Ah, okay. Well, that just means they won't melt though, right? Rather than like they won't respond to heat, I assume. That would be my understanding of heat resistant, because I'm pretty sure. So this is a actually I don't know where this is from. This is from, I think, AliExpress. Yeah, can you straighten us on them? Yeah, definitely something to be aware of. I think my go-to these days would be Coscraft. It's like not that expensive, and like they are beautiful wigs. I drove by myself the first time today, so I had a good day. Nice, congrats. How did you find it? It's nice to have more freedom since I live somewhere without public transport. Oh gosh, yes, that is a mood. Yeah, so I've not had a driving license for a little while. I need to sort out some paperwork basically for it. And because as a diabetic, I have to renew it very regularly. So yeah, not having access to the driving license for the most part doesn't bother me a huge amount, but sometimes you just want to go places and not have to like spend an hour doing so for like what would be a 10-minute drive, you know? Oh dear. I have a lot of wigs from Lush Wigs in the UK. Ooh, do we recommend? I mean, the fact that you have a lot of them suggests they are probably quite good. I would assume. I feel like I've definitely heard good things about Lush Wigs. I've yet to purchase from them. But actually, while I think of it, we're in November. This is prime. What is it, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of those kind of deal times. This is probably a prime time to keep an eye out on wig shops and stuff. Actually, they'll be probably having sales. Maybe a good idea to kind of set budgets with these kinds of sales. Be like, I'm not going to spend more than this. But yeah, they are. I mean, I buy one in sale mostly, and they have sometimes mystery bags for £10. And I have some cool wigs. Have had some cool wigs. Oh, are they the people? Hold on, I think I know them. Yes, they do a 50% sale. Nice. Are they the ones? I think I might have looked at their website once before, and I think they always sell out super quick. Where I think it is possibly Black Friday that they do like the mystery bags. And I've always wanted to get one of their mystery bags, just be like, let's see what we get. Looking now, even though I have far too many already, hey, you can never have too many wigs, you never know when it will come in handy. I am actually in the market for a wig for Gwendolyn. Ooh, okay, that's sounding a little spicy. I think that is sounding spicy because it's out of juice. We'll just do a quick comb of this, and then we will put some more water in the tank because that is fully on the struggle bus. Right. Actually, I'm going to disconnect it while we faff with water. So yeah, if you just so happen to see a kind of shoulder length white wig, don't fight any urge to not send it. That's too many double negatives. I had my interview with Himbo on Friday. So excited. I'll show them. Nice. That's very exciting. Also, Himbo's doing an interview series. Sounds very exciting. Or doing some kind of interviews. It sounds very, very intriguing. I will have to tune in. Okay. I have to take my glasses off to do anything super close up because my depth perception is like weirdly off with the glasses. I think they're too strong. It's very focused pouring. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm actually quite surprised that I haven't had to refill this, given the amount of use it's had today. And there we go. Right, done. It's onto the max line. Yeah, always nice to have an opportunity to show off some wigs as well. Yeah, I seem to have like really gained a collection of these kind of white blonde, very pale blonde wigs and characters. I'm not quite sure how and or when this happened. They have a white wig with no fringe. Do we allow links? We do allow links. That sounds perfect. Because yeah, that is exactly what we want for Gwendolyn. Very, very much in the market. Just has a wait list. Oh no! Well, to be fair, there isn't any particular rush with this cosplay. So, ooh, that is quite pretty. That would do the job. How much are you? 26 quid. That's not bad. That would do the job. Oh, I also love the other thing I really love about Lush Wigs is that they get the coolest people to do like the modelling for the wigs. It's like they always have such cool style. But thank you so much for the link. Yeah, I will definitely be like, hello, yes, I would like this, please. That is pretty much. It's a little on the longer side than I need, but I could quite easily just give it a little bit of a trim. And it would be fine. I could potentially also do... I could do a little bit of ventilating. Like if I cut it a little bit short, and then... Because I think I'd probably actually need it maybe like half the length that it is there. So I could potentially cut half of it off and then use the leftover hair to ventilate it to give it like a partial lace front. That could be fun. And that's another skill that we can say that we had a go at. But we've not done like a full lace front wig. That could be fun. That could be a thing. I think that would be potentially something that the timbre hook comes in handy for as well. Right. Okay, we're on our final front strand. Oh, also that's very, very in the way. That's not helping. Where can we put this so it's slightly less? There we go. Cosmos has a lot of wigs as well. That is true. I do have their colour wheel. UK is pretty good with cosplay surprise. Yeah, I think we are quite fortunate that we have like somewhere like Coscraft, because they are very, very good. Like, because I think the main one that people tend to go for, or a lot in the States, is what is it, Arda wigs, which in the UK, like the cost of the wigs is kind of steep, but then with import as well, it's like, woo, it's some spicy prices. Thank you. Oh, Kit. Yeah, I think I have been looking at these ones as well. Let's have a quick look. So that's 28. Yeah, so I think they do have a shorter wig, which I might go for, which is slightly cheaper. But that would also that would pretty much do the job. I think I'd probably go for it in like misty white. I think maybe something in that realm for sure. I think quite often I fall into this trap very frequently of being like, that wig on eBay, that looks fine. And inevitably, every time, it's awful. Like, occasionally they are okay, but most of the time they are terrible. eBay wigs, it's a real potluck, whereas at least with Coscraft, you know it's going to be a good wig. I had to keep searching various European languages I don't speak in order to order stuff online to avoid custom fees from the UK. Oh no. Yeah, like, the really frustrating thing with, like, like Brexit and stuff as well, it just makes everything so much more difficult. Like, because there's some really great like EU shops as well, and it's just like this whole extra layer of like faffery now. Just like, could we not? I got my wig for Sisters of Battle from Coscraft, as I needed to be sure about the colour, as their customer service is awesome. Yeah, they are very, very good. Like, I've met them a couple of times at MCM, and like they always, like, despite how ridiculously busy their table gets, they are always really lovely, very happy to talk about stuff, and it's just like, yes, 10 out of 10, we stan. I sent them a picture, they recommended the colour. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's a really nice way to do it. If you do ever get the funds to get their colour wheel, like 10 out of 10 would recommend. Oh, I unplugged it because while I was refilling. That'll be why that's not working. Let's try that again. So yeah, Coscraft 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's like, yeah, you could get basically very similar wigs slightly cheaper on eBay, but they will be rubbish, whereas if you spend that extra couple of quid, it is worthwhile. Ooh, oh, okay, that's still making some interesting noises. Okay, good to know. Okay, the weird noises are gone. I think we're okay. We're just casually steaming up the room at this point. Okay, so let's switch that to a hand that can actually get where it needs to be. Did I miss anything while on the phone? We've been talking about wigs, Zeta. We've been talking about wigs. Oh, and Heap's done a Sister of Battle. Zeta is a very big Warhammer fan. So yes, we very much stand. We've also, Heap also, on the basis of 99% sure you're in the UK as well, based on what you've been saying, and a Warhammer cosplayer. Have you heard about, there is Warhammer Fest? I need one of those. Wig, not Sister of Battle. Oh, I'm intrigued. Zeta, what are you planning that requires a wig? But then again, I could build a new army. Oh, you could build a new army, it is true. Who doesn't need a Sister of Battle? I mean, that's the real truth. Who doesn't need a Sister of Battle? They're like, just, they're so iconic. Like, their designs are just, yes. My follicle challenges. Oh, okay, yeah, you know what, fair. Yeah, I respect that. If you were going for new wig stylings, just like to have it like everyday wear, what are you thinking? I think if I could be bothered with the upkeep of a super long hair like this, I think I would. I do love that aesthetic, but it's a lot of work to keep. I mean, real hair is less work than fake hair, but there's still a lot of work to maintain. I know of it. I've been when I lived in the UK. Ah, nice. I may one day travel up to wear it at the event. Nice. So wait, because I mean, to be fair, I'm not super up on my Warhammer knowledge. Have there been other Warhammer fests? Do we recommend these? Do we have knowledge of such things? We're almost there. There's one every year. Ah, okay. So yeah, I think this is like just basically the first time that I've heard of. It's relatively new to the Warhammer universe. If you're into miniatures, it's worth it. This could be dangerous news for Zeta. I mean, because I know they do have a cosplay competition. So I'm like, ooh, could I whip up something for that? Zeta. super interested now. Yeah, like they do have a cosplay competition. I'm like, ooh, could I make something back? Hello again, Atomic. We're currently discussing Warhammer Fest and who doesn't need a Sister of Battle. And also the fact that they've got a cosplay competition there that I'm like, could maybe try something. Zeta the Many-Eyed, Devourer of Worlds, indeed. Never played Warhammer. I have also never played Warhammer. It's via Zeta become somewhat a big part of our world at the moment. Zeta is very into the Warhammer at the moment. So yeah, I think we're considering going to the Warhammer Fest. I've only played tabletop RPG Warhammer. Ah, okay, nice. Is that the what's it called? Like Wrath and Glory? Is it that one? I love it. It looks awesome, but never played. Yeah, they've got some really fun designs. I think for me personally, Warhammer as a game, I'm like, because it's all that kind of very tactical, mathsy. Oh, you're like 2 inches away from this character. They've got downwind blow. I'm like, I just don't care. Whereas like if it was like narrative, like story stuff, I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe. Just second edition, like D&D, yeah. I will consume all unless appeased with tiny plastic people, indeed. Devourer of Worlds. Tiny plastic worlds. Oh dear. Must be. Is this basically what we're saying? Is if Zeta was a dragon, Zeta's horde would be tiny plastic figures. Warhammer Fest is in April. Ooh, April. Okay. I think I would struggle to whip up anything in time for a contest, but I can maybe whip up. There is a character design that recently came out that I'm like, I feel like that would be quite doable. Planning on a trip to the UK in April. Well, the stars are aligning. I don't know if I had an undertitle. That's very fair. Dear. I did remember to turn on captions, but I will check on the captions, which means it must be. Wow. Okay, we've hit 2 o'clock. Amazing. How long have we been? What's our uptime? Hold on. Let's just check on. Okay, captions have given up. What's our uptime? How are we currently doing? Hour and a half. Okay, that's not bad. To be fair, we did start quite late. And I'm also going to have a really quick drink. And I'm also going to do a quick look at the sugar levels. But I can't bring my sisters a battle if I plan on entering TwitchCon. Oh, yeah, of course. Wait, hold on. So, if I plan on entering Twitch, wait, because you're... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, are you doing Sister Battle for TwitchCon? Hold on. Now I need to double check my spreadsheets on what everyone's working on. You know, amazing. 1 week and an hour and a half. I mean, to be fair, I did do half of it before, so it's half a week in an hour and a half. So about 3 hours on the week in total, I guess. But you know what? I will take that. But it's like it's been a surprisingly painless process. It just takes a little bit of time. And with like streaming and being able to chat and stuff, it's going by in like no time at all. Half a week still ain't bad for the abuse it's had. It is true. This week has seen things, and it's going to see some more things as well while it gets curled and restyled. So yeah, this week is going to be probably going on a little bit of a journey still, but it is not going to be horrifically tangled anymore, which is the main thing, because oh my gosh, it's been tangled for a long time. So yeah, I'd really like to get it nicely styled and get some really nice pictures of the full cosplay. Plan entering it for TwitchCon, right? Yes, that makes much sense. But I've been thinking of doing a Warhammer Darktide cosplay for other competitions until I know if I got in or not. Yeah, okay, that's very fair. Yeah, to be fair, TwitchCon is very specific on the point of your cosplays cannot have entered anything else. So yeah, that's very fair. I respect that. Yeah, because like, well, Gwendolyn not being from the Warhammer universe would not be suitable. But there is a recently released character art that I'm like, that looks like that would be quite a fun build and wouldn't be super intensive. But I checked, they do have a show off and competition. Oh, okay, nice. And the Darktide cosplay would be able to fit in the suitcase. Nice, yeah. I guess that's yeah, the other thing. Transporting cosplay is a whole time. For sure. Yeah, I still dread to think on the note of transporting cosplay with TwitchCon in San Diego and Vilena like traveling with that massive cosplay to try and get that to the States from, I believe, I want to say France, maybe Belgium? Either way, it's a long way to go. Long way from Europe. Yeah, it's insane. It's a lot of cosplay. I think Gwendolyn will be... Oh, I don't know, actually. I think if I manage to do the snakes, Gwendolyn could be quite a lot to travel with. I think it would still be... It would be doable, more doable than the Milena's one, but that's still quite a lot. But I guess you would get the travel budget to do it, so... But yeah, pretty intense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking... So the character that I'm thinking maybe of cosplay for... If we do find ourselves at Warhammer Fest, because I'd like to cosplay, because like cosplay would be basically the thing that I would get out of it. Like, I'm not super into the minis and stuff, but I know Zeta is super into it. But yeah, I need to look at how I'm going to travel, as it won't be heavy. It is the size of the crate to take on the plane. Yeah, I think that it really is, again, the issue, because we have to wear these cosplays, we do try and make them as light as possible, but because they can be really big, it's yeah, it's always a bit of a risk. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is this particular front portion of the wig that we're really struggling with. Not sure if my sister about would be ready for April. Yeah, that's very fair. Definitely. Designing mine for being able to get in and out easier. Yeah, for sure. It's like all those little design considerations that you kind of need for actually making it work for a human being. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to attach the snakes. I think the snakes will basically, I'll essentially be making a snake skirt, I think. So then I can just like unzip a base skirt that all the snakes are attached to. I think would be probably my best bet, but we'll see. My wings is going to be my worst part. Yeah, those are pretty intense. I remember at TwitchCon with Jelly's wings, like Jelly had like Shiny with her, and like Shiny is pretty tall. But it still took Zeta helping as well to get those wings on. It was like it was quite a lot. It was very intense. For reference, also Zeta is very tall, but Zeta and Shiny, tall beans. So like a lot of strength between them, but yeah, wings are a lot, pretty intense. We'll direct that towards the wig, and then we'll pop that over there. I think wings in any capacity, because it's also not just wearing the wings, like, or getting them on and off. It's like if you're moving around and trying to get through doors and stuff like that. Like Velena's wings were ridiculous. Like those were a genuine hindrance to movement. Like I didn't see how Velena got them on and off, but they were a lot. They were pretty intense. Right, okay. We're almost there. This is starting to do okay. I'm wondering if because the inside of these front portions are so heavily, for want of a better word, matted. Like intentionally so. I'm wondering, do we attempt to get in there and see what's going on, or do we just kind of leave these as they are and then restyle the remainder of it? Maybe. It's a shoulder pauldrons and backpack thing for mine. Yeah, those are pretty big. I've just been given loads of mosquito nets, so gonna use that to make my large wings. Oh, nice! It's so cool. That's so cool that it's like all recycled materials and things. I'm like now genuinely considering there has to be places where one can find just the most god awful, like worst possible wedding dresses, so I can get just like a bunch of silk. It's used, so love a good upcycle, absolutely. It's so cool. like, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're using so far has been bought new, but now I'm like inspired to try and find materials to recycle, because you know it's better for the planet, it's better for the world, better for the soul. Maybe there's some things that it's just like you sometimes have to admit a little bit of defeat, but yeah, good upcycle, always a win. Yeah, I think the thing to return to packing, that's a good upcycle. That is a hecking good upcycle. Using my uncle's home in Gambia. The cats ran through it and holes, but it's all good. Yeah, I reckon you could certainly like work around that for sure. I'm also very intrigued to see how mosquito nets become wings. Like that's a pretty wild transformation waiting to happen. I'm very excited for it. Right, okay. You know what, we're making better progress on this than I thought we would. Ooh. Yeah, the bit on packing that I'm really concerned about for Gwendolyn will be the snakes, because there's going to be like 6 of them, and each one is about the size of, we're going to aim for about the size of my leg, just so that then once they're all to kind of, well, maybe not exactly the size of my leg, but like pretty close to. Maybe a little bit smaller and a lot longer. I think it's the length. It's going to be the length that's really going to be the killer for those snakes. Because yeah, there's a lot of snake. There's a lot of snake. Oh, I'm trying to remember. There was like a discussion recently also on, I think it was Amazonian's channel. We were in there like talking about how to make the snakes, and now I'm trying to remember what it was. Maybe some kind of like foam latex type thing. I'm gonna have to go back and double check. But yeah, I'm gonna have like 6 like 2-meter snakes. Probably about 2 meter, maybe. Yeah, I think 2 meter would be about as long as they would be. So it's a lot of snake. It's a lot of snake that I've somehow got to figure out how to transport. Love when you can bounce ideas out with people. Absolutely, yeah. So I'm trying to remember what it was exactly. I think it was discussing. Oh no, was it Amazonian? I know it was something in reference to. I think initially it was in reference to Jelly's intestines for her cosplay. Just cosplay sentences. Jelly's intestines. And like the method for that was like, I was like, oh, that would actually work for the snakes as well, but I can't remember what it was. And now I'm like, I think it involved foam somewhere along the line, and like putting wire through stuff so it would be like posable. I'll have to like go back into my notes, because I think I made some notes on it. And like, yes, this is the way. Right. Okay. I think. Let's see. Let's have a look at. Let's compare each side. So yeah, there's definitely still some like matted stuff on the inside, but I think on the whole that I'm okay with that, because that will be the basis for these becoming foam latex. It's a strong maybe on the foam latex, because that is stuff that expands, is supposed to be pretty lightweight. So I'm pretty sure that is it. So yeah, maybe it is foam latex. I think someone posted about this in Jelly's Discord. Ah, nice. In which case, I'll take a scroll through there as well. Okay, I think that is what. How do we feel, folks? Oh, if we turn that a little bit more and move that out the way, I think it's looking a lot more reasonable now. It's a lot less of a mess. There's still a little. Okay, there's a little bit going on up here, which I think we will sort out. Ooh. Just because that is going to bug me, just a little bit. And then we'll detangle that little bit up here. And I think we'll do another inspection. I think we might be almost done with this wig, which is pretty exciting. Ooh. gonna try and keep it in one space. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought that was gonna be. I might do a really quick steam. Maybe a quick spritz of. Oh no, I've been deceived. There are still knots, but they are hiding. It's the last rebel outpost of knots. Okay, let's give that a real quick steam. Okay, yeah, that's looking a little better. There we go. There we are. Right, any other sneaky hidden knots and things? I think there's a little. I can see something over here. So we're just going to give that a quick. Ooh, that's very steamy. There we go. Not betrayal, indeed. It's looking good. Yeah, it's shaped up okay. Always better to save a wig. It's just for cosplay. It's for life. Yeah, exactly. Not just for cosplay. It is for life. Right, we've got another sneaky little knot around here. I think we will also take a moment just to salvage that. We can. That bit's looking okay. Seems to be the knot is somewhere over here. Another knot betrayal. We are almost done. There we go. Right. I think a little bit of extra. Or no, is this one doing a sneak as well? Pretending like it's not a problem, but it is. It's like when I brush it, the knot kind of rotates itself to the underside. I'm like, so sneaky, such sneaky knot indeed. Such sneaks. Right. I can see you. Some mane and tail is in order. Yeah, I think a little mane and tail, just so it's not tempted to re-knot. Right. And a quick steam. So we can set it in this non-knotted configuration. Always a big fan of that. And there we go. Oh, so pleasing. Right. Oh, that's dripping. That is dripping everywhere. Yeah. Definitely, probably would not recommend the steamer. It will do the job, but it will drip everywhere. A glowing product recommendation. But there we go, that is probably what we get for buying the cheapest one. Oh my gosh, damn! Hello, welcome on in! Damn, George, how's it going? Welcome, how's it going? How was stream? It's a George! Hello again. How was stream? How's everything going? Hold on, let me grab you. Bateman is back as well. Hello. Hello again. How are we all doing? Hold on, let me get you a really quick shout out, Dem. Shout out for Dem. I was already here. Shh, it's fine. Secret, there we go. Shout out for Dem. For anybody that doesn't know Dem, very lovely bean. Does games, does art, does all the good stuff. Was enjoying No Game. Oh, wait, hold on. What's happened there? Lol. No, I'm intrigued. How has that happened? Dem ate a burger. Delicious. Was it a good burger? What variation of burger were we on? No game. I'm intrigued. Like, because usually I always thought recently enjoying no game would be something where it's like it just doesn't know what category you're in. Is that possible? Can you be like in a void category? It just doesn't exist. A category between realms. There was no category. Whoa. Living on the edge. Outside of Twitch's rules, you can't categorize dead streams. Twitch seems to have erased my category. Magic World, yeah. Sorry, I am still recovering a little bit from a cold. So we are a little husky, and I've not had to cough too much today, which is very nice. I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, a little bit. But I'm much intrigued by this burger. Also, Dem, if you do need to head off post stream to do any post stream self care, I very much appreciate that. I don't know how it doesn't let you go live with no category. That's what I thought. I didn't think you could do no category streams. That's kind of hilarious though. But yes, welcome on in. We've been detangling a wig. We're actually almost done. But seeing as we have just been raided, I'm wondering if maybe we do like a little bit more, because we do have another wig that is not as in quite as dire state as this one, so we could keep going. I reset. It was a food and drink now. Ah, nice. Okay, excellent. But no, please do share what this mythical burger is all about. Truly variety streaming. Right, let's see. I think I'm going to do a little bit more steam on this bit, just because I don't trust some of these bits where it looks a little knotted on the outside. I keep looking at these fries though. Some good fries. Really makes or breaks a meal. Okay, controversial topic. Which of the main kind of, you know, your big name fast food outlets does the best fries? Because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to know what people rate or don't rate as their best fries. Or it doesn't even have to be made. Burger King every time. Yeah. See, I think I'm inclined to agree with Zeta. But I don't really eat often enough. Burger King. Okay, we're at Defo. we're feeling the Burger King. Shout out for 5 guys for sheer volume. I mean, that's true. If we go, I mean, I was going to say quantity over quality, but I think I would take 5 guys over other places. I think McDonald's is not up there in a potentially controversial statement. But I don't think it's not fake chips. Yeah, none of those fake chips. Only real trips. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other place. I'm trying to think where does KFC? Where do they fall in the scheme of things? Do we think they are acceptable chips or fake chips? I'm trying to remember, because there are now increasingly Tim Hortons around the UK, and I'm trying to remember what their chips were like. They vary. Yeah. Okay. So are we saying KFC is like maybe middling because you're just never quite sure what you're gonna get? Is that how we're interpreting that? I know people who work at KFC that won't even eat their chips. Oh dear. Oh, that's oh dear. That's ominous. Is that like people like across the border? Is it just like at their particular shop they're like, no chips for us, please? Oh, sorry. Also, Steberg just getting in the way there. Ooh. This floor is very slippy now as well. The detangler has done its job. It is both detangled and made our floor very slippy. Yeah, I think that's always the indication of like if a restaurant is any good is whether the people that work there eat there. Always a good indicator, or not, of quality. Right. Whoop. We've also done quite a lot of throwing the comb on the floor today as well. That's been a strong theme. They'll eat everything else, just not the chips. Ooh. What's wrong with? I'm intrigued. I want to know now. What's wrong with their chips? What happens to their chips that they're like, no? I do remember seeing an incredible video. I think this was at school, so it may have changed since then. But there was this kind of infamous video of McDonald's fries being like left in, like, I think it was like in a, I don't know that it was airtight, but in a box basically, and like being left for literally months and months, and like unchanged. I was like, that's mildly terrifying. Like, mold would not touch those chips, and I feel like if mold isn't touching those chips, it's like, this raises questions. It's like mold will get most things, right? It's like, it's not picky. It's not a fussy eater. I wonder if it is. Does this also apply? Was it chips or a burger? So they did both. I remember they did. So they had a burger. They had just like a Big Mac, and they had they basically just got like a meal, and they had chips and a burger. The burger was like actually quite quickly. That was fine. It was really the chips that just did not change. Gonna be lucky. I have to get my entire desktop back to my room. Oh, bless you. Good luck with that, Dem. I hope that goes well. And thank you so much for the raid. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. And yeah, good luck with transporting the desktop. I will say that is one thing. As much as I complain about my setup, the fact that it is a laptop is quite convenient for portability. Like, I could reasonably stream in other places. Like, I wouldn't really have like the lighting or anything else, but at least it would be relatively straightforward to set up. Whereas a full desktop, like that's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff going on. But to be fair, if I was doing streams, I would be mostly streaming down here. So if I did have a desktop set up down here, I feel like that would be okay. And then I could still use my laptop for like doing work elsewhere. Yeah, at some point we will upgrade to an actual desktop. Yeah. Okay, that I think we'll just about do. How are we doing time-wise? We are at 2:30. Okay. Just arrived at the party. It doesn't start till 3. Invite say 2. Oh, 2:30. Invite say 2:30. Like, come on. Oh, so okay. I mean, I guess maybe depending on the nature of the party, is it like people they say like, get here for this time because we're doing activities at 3? Is that how that's working? But yeah, for kids, if it's a kid, like as a kids party, it's just kind of, I feel like setting any kind of timer and stuff. No one is here. Oh no! You were the organised person that's like, right, I'm gonna be here at the time it says. Oh no! Get in. Oh dear. I guess at least you can like keep your kid company while we wait for everyone else to turn up. Okay, I do appreciate if you do need to entertain children or a child while waiting for folks. That is a bit unfortunate. Right. I think I'm actually managing to get into the initial tangles, so maybe I think we might actually be able to untangle some of the front bitch. He's watching Netflix on the iPad. Very fair, very fair. Just conveniences of the modern age, being able to entertain children very easily through the mediums of the Netflix. Ah, speaking of Netflix, we finally finished watching the newest series of The Dragon Prince, which was very good. We very much enjoyed it. I think some elements of it I was a bit like underwhelmed, but I think overall I enjoyed the series. It was good. Entertaining for me. Just preteen is hard. Not seen it. It's on my list. I would recommend. I'd say